Today we are cooking a sheet pan pizza. This may not be your grandma's pizza, but I know this version will be at least as tasty. For this purpose, in a bowl we measure 425 grams of flour type 00. Mine is 13% protein, 7 grams of dry instant yeast, 8 grams of salt. Mix the dry ingredients and add 285 grams of warm water, about 86 degrees Fahrenheit, in 2 steps. Mix well until you get a rough dough. Add 20 grams or spoon and a half olive oil and knead the dough in the bowl. Cover and wait for 20 minutes. This process is called autolysis and allows the flour to fully absorb the liquids. Once the time has elapsed, turn the dough on the work surface without adding extra flour. With the dough scraper, check for stickage and start kneading. Just roll one end of the dough and press with your fingers, turn the dough and repeat. After a few turns, grease a container with olive oil and don't forget the sides. Roll the dough in olive oil and leave it to rise for 30 minutes. As we can see, the yeast works actively for our pizza. Take the dough out on the work surface and lift it, holding the middle with your fingers. We let gravity stretch it. Repeat this step on the other side of the dough, roll it up and put it in the container, covering for 1 hour. While we wait, we can prepare our other ingredients. We start with the tomato sauce. Here I use ready-made passata, but you can also use blended canned tomatoes. Add half a teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of sugar, half a teaspoon of granulated garlic powder and a pinch of oregano. Stir and leave it in the fridge. Next, slice thinly 250-300 grams of low moisture mozzarella and also store it in the fridge. Once the dough has risen well, put a few spoons of olive oil in a pan. Turn the container with the dough upside down and let the dough fall out by itself, so we can keep as much gases inside as possible. Pour another spoonful of olive oil on the dough and start massaging it with your fingers so that it fills the whole pan. If the dough starts pulling back, give it a few minutes of rest and repeat. Let it rise covered for half an hour. As you can see, our dough is soft, fluffy and full of tiny bubbles. To begin, arrange the mozzarella slices edge to edge over the entire dough. It will protect the dough from the wet sauce. Pour the tomato sauce and spread it all over the entire surface. You can bake it like that, but I prefer mine with spicy salami. If that's your preference as well, arrange the salami pieces closely, because when the pizza bakes, they will thin out. Bake the pizza in a preheated oven at 340 degrees Fahrenheit with the fan on. Start checking the pizza after 20 minutes and take it out when it looks nicely caramelized. Make sure the base is crispy. If not, turn on your stove and fry it for a few minutes. Or if this is not an option, return it in the oven. As you can see, our base is nicely fried and our top is golden. Generally, it's a good idea to put the pizza on a wire rack to cool down, but in my case there is no point as we usually demolish it really fast. Wait a few minutes for the cheese to set and cut into pieces. For this amount of pizza I always need reinforcements, but volunteers are not hard to find. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, and if you want to see our future recipes, subscribe to the channel. Enjoy!